Hello, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today I've got another tripod. Yeah, really? I know you were expecting videos about switching from PC to Mac. Those are coming. In fact, it's now a series, so be looking for that next week or two. Meanwhile, this came, so let's talk about it. I did a tripod video a while back, which I will link below, on this guy, Ulanzi Falcam TreeRoot. $500 tripod, but I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about its baby brother, which is only $300, not on sale. And right now, and in fact, usually they're having a sale. The sale right now in the middle of May is 15% off if you buy one and 20% off if you buy two. As always, first I will tell you why I bought it. If you don't care why I bought it, just skip on to the next chapter where I will open it up and unbox it, or the chapter after that where I'll start pulling it apart and comparing it to its bigger brother. So why did I buy it? If you watch the channel, you already know why. Bennett. Mark Bennett's camera crisis. He did a video about this about 2 weeks ago, and I saw that and I went, well, I need another tripod. I've been using an old slick tripod that's like 40 years old, maybe even 50 years old. It's from the 1970s. You do the math. And it's not doing it. It's just not pulling its weight anymore. In fact, that's the whole problem. Weight makes the legs collapse. Anyway, I need a new tripod. I love this tripod. And again, this video will be linked up here, which, by the way, that video also includes this little $50 handheld tabletop tripod deal. Also, Ulanzi. I love this tripod. It's my main tripod. But this one's similar and cheaper. So I figure I'll buy this. And this may be the last tripod I ever buy. And I know some of you are hoping, oh, please God, let it be, so we never have to watch another one of these videos. I know. I'm running out of things to talk about. So that's why I bought it. I needed another tripod. And this is related to my favorite tripod. And so I figured, well, we'll just get this one. Let's get to the unboxing. I'm getting deja vu. This is exactly what this looked like coming out of the box. Well, you can see they're almost exactly the same size. The box looks almost exactly the same. There's a little manual like there was with the other one. Oh, I don't remember the other one having these little rings. We'll look into these later. And of course, a bunch of hex keys and stuff. But in this little travel case, I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same case. So this is the case I just took off of this one. And this is the case that came with the other one. Yes, it is exactly the same case. Economies of scope. So they got the same case. So the question is, how did they make it cheaper? Well, to begin with, they're both carbon fiber. But if you'll notice, this one has triangular shaped legs, and this one just has round legs. I'm sure these are cheaper to make. They use less materials. So that's one place they cut costs. Now they use the same. I love these. You just turn them and they just fall right out. It only takes a third of a turn and they let go and lock back. So we have the same thing. Now the center column. Here's where they save some bucks. The big brother has this fancy dancy center column with a toolless mechanism for breaking apart. And then you just slip this back in here like so, and it's back together. So that's the old one. The new one has a single solid body. It also comes apart, but you have to take this and turn it upside down, and here, I'll show you. You have to release the ball head, and if you flip the ball head all around, you see there's a hole there on top. You have to unscrew this. There. So you still can take it apart, but then to put it back together, you got to screw this back down. There we go. And then put the ball head back in its normal place. So it's a lot more complicated taking apart. This one, the expensive one, has a fancier ball head with a panning function where you can loosen this part. So you can loosen this up, and then you can pan. Whereas with this guy, even though it has the little gradations here, which will show you the panning, in order to get it to go, you have to let go, and then the ball head lets go. You can't if the ball head, see, it won't turn unless this is loose, and if that's loose, the ball head lets go. So this one is not nearly as handy. If you need to do a lot of panning, spend the extra $200 and get this one. It's a better tripod, but it can do panning. This one really is not optimized for panning. However, they both have the Falcam F38 fast release thing, which I use on all my cameras. It's on this one. All my cameras have these things on the bottom of them. But see, well, this one has the press and slide. This one has a push and lock. Because of this push that pulls this back so you can drop things in here, you can drop in a F38 like this guy, or an Arca Swiss plate, or almost any kind of Peak Design, any kind of plate. Standard size plates, you can just drop them in there, let that go, and it'll click into place. Whereas this guy only takes the F38. This one's much more flexible. You can connect all sorts of different camera mounts into here, whereas the cheaper one, it's F38 only. But if you're like me, you're gonna put F38 on all your stuff once you get into the system because it's just so easy. Well, here, I have my little vlogging camera over here. I can just flip it out, slide it in. It's locked in place. Slide it out, pop it back into this guy, or flip it up here, pull this lever. Now it's locked in up here. So if you have the F38 system on all your tripods, and you have the little plates on all your cameras, they also have like shoulder clips or for bags. Very versatile system. It's not too expensive. And of course, if you're buying these expensive tripods, you're getting it already. See, this came with a plate right here. So now I have another one of these without having to buy it separately. So all things considered, it's a pretty good little tripod. So the little guy weighs about 1.3 kilograms, and this guy's like 1.6, 1.7 kilograms. I'll put the numbers on the screen. They're both 4 sections on the legs. Folded, they're almost exactly the same size. Height-wise, when you fully extend them, the more expensive one is a 1/2 inch taller. And when you fully extend these guys on up, it stays a 1/2 inch taller. So this is fully extended, so you can see it's about, like, 61 inches, and I think this is 61.5 when it's fully extended. This third of a turn thing is just fantastic. I mean, they're very easy. Weight-wise, the bigger one with the thicker legs and everything will hold more weight. The leg load capacity on this thing is 40 kilograms, but on this one it's over 50 kilograms. The center column on this guy has a 20 kilogram when it's down, but this one is 25. I'll have the numbers next to my head. And when you extend the center column out on this one, it drops to 10 kilograms. And I think this one is about the same. Again, I'll put it in my... but one of the differences is this ball head will only hold 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds, whereas this one will handle 5 kilograms or 10.1 pounds. 2.2 times 5. You do the math. Again, it'll be on the screen. The leg releases on this one are much bigger and sturdier, whereas here you can see they're smaller. So, I mean, they cut corners all the way around to get the price down $200. But it's still incredibly lightweight. In fact, lighter weight than this. So if I'm going to travel, if I take them both, it's like 5 pounds. But if I take this one, it's slightly lighter. So if I'm worried about weight, I can just take the smaller one. Or if I want more stability. This has the same little rubber stoppers on the bottom that the bigger brother has. And you can see that it's like a little geodesic dome kind of thing, so that there's a flat spot. No matter how it's oriented to the floor, there's going to be a flat spot. Well, it's the same system. These things pull off somehow, but it's really hard. And there's little spikes under there. Go watch that video, because I managed to get it off of that one. I can't see. It's really hard. They're not going to fall off. Let's put it that way. So all things considered, it's a more budget version of one of the best tripods I've ever owned. Well, for $500, it better be. This one's on sale right now. Ulanzi's always having sales. So if the price isn't right, wait a while and go back and look again, because they run rolling sales, so they'll be 15, 20, 25% off, rotating through. Just keep checking back. It's a great little tripod. If you don't need the panning function, if you don't need the extra weight capacity, if you don't need the fancy center column, if you want to use Arca Swiss plates or other kind of plates, not just the F38, because again, this one over here is just the F38, and it's the slide in from the side, not the drop in from above. So you get 80% of the capability of this tripod for like 70% of the money. So it's cheaper, almost as good. Well, it's the same brand, it's carbon fiber. I mean, yes, this one will last longer, I guarantee it. You can see like these little switches are better, but for the most part, it's the same thing. And again, this is the beauty of economies of scope. Using the same components in multiple products lets you spread the cost of developing those components over the multiple product lines, which means you can make them cheaper, pass the savings on to us. And by the way, I paid my own money for this. Ulanzi doesn't send me anything. Nobody sends me anything. I don't get free stuff. And to tell you the truth, I don't want free stuff. I don't want to feel beholden to the company that I have to say something nice about a product because they gave it to me for free. I paid my own hard-earned money for this, and so if I didn't like it, I would tell you. I like it. Well, I love this one. So I'm assuming I'm going to like this one, but just the feel. I mean, it's so rock solid, sturdy. It's like a great tripod. And now I have two. I'm quite pleased. Well, this was a quick one. Come back next week when I'll start my series on switching from PC to Mac. I think the first video will be about why you would want to do that, all the reasons you should want to switch. And then the week after that, I'll talk about all the little quirks and peccadillos and things you got to figure out in order to do it yourself and figure out how to do things on the Mac that you did on the PC by second nature. Well, you're going to have to think about it a little bit, but not a lot. Apple did some stuff to help you out. We'll talk all about that in the next couple of weeks. But for now, this is Dr. Wiggo signing off with my tripod video. That's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye-bye. I got to go start working on my switching from PC to Mac videos. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.